Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Thank you for stopping in today. We have a knife to unbox coming in from Real Steel, and this is out of their new budget line, going to be called the Arius. Thank you to them for sending this in. While we rip this thing open, make sure you are subscribed to the channel. I release daily knife and EDC content, and hit that thumbs up button. That helps push this video out there to more people, and let us know what you are carrying in your pockets today down in the comments. Love seeing what you guys have for your EDC. So this is their new budget line, and it's called the Iris. They have two different models in this Iris line, and we'll bring out the other one here momentarily. But this is just going to be a basic little gentleman's flipper right here, a pen blade, if you will, kind of that nice drop point, almost spear point like blade. Just a very casual design, a very simple design. I think these are coming in 12C27N, which is a fine steel. These are going to be well under the $50 price point. I think I'll have it linked down below, and I have a discount code, but I think without the discount, they're under 40. So a very fair price for Real Steel. The Real Steel build quality you're going to get, 12C27, and then they got a bunch of different handle materials to choose from. This feels like a G10, and yeah, it's a G10, a green G10, and then they have a couple other colors as well. And then we're going to be getting that taco integral frame there, meaning that that body is one solid piece of steel instead of two separate liners, and that gives the knife a little bit of rigidity, and it gives some nice comfort in hand as well. You don't have to deal with any open spine there, so that is going to be nice and comfortable depending on your hand size, of course. And then we have a nice deep carry wire pocket clip, very simple, and they make it so left-handers can carry it as well. And then we do have our liner lock there, some good access, and that is locked up pretty nicely. We have very good tight tolerances there, and the blade is nicely centered. It's got a good detent for that flipper, and we have some nice jimping on that flipper. Just a very casual, simple design, and that's what they were going for. From what I could see from them, they didn't have a ton of stuff in this, in this price range and or like this type of design. So it makes sense for them to put out a couple of different really affordable knives, and in 12C27, that makes me pretty happy. I'd like to see that more than we do. And as far as our actual size here, we're going to be looking at very straightforward specs: 2 3/4 of cutting edge, 3 inches of total blade, and 6 3/4 of total length. And to put that into perspective here, we got the Civivi Elementum and the QSP Penguin. Both of these are very mid-sized knives, and you can see it's a little bit thinner and a little bit shorter than both of them. And in regards to the bug out and the Para 3 from Spyderco, it is going to be quite a bit smaller and more petite than both of them as well. And here's a couple good ones. This is the twin brother, the front flipper Iris, and then here is the mini Militol. That'll give you a very good idea. A lot of people are going to have the mini Militol at this point, so this is a good size comparison knife right here. It's going to be right in line with that as far as its length. As far as the weight is concerned, these are going to be very lightweight knives, under 2 ounces, 1.7. Yeah, 1.75. I remember this one being under 2, but I wasn't 100% sure. But that gives you a really good idea. And then there's a snapshot of both of them. So appealing to both sides there. You got a front flipper if you like that side of things, or you have the standard rear flipper there. Now let's take a look at this thing in the pocket here with our issuing stitches Hank. I always say it, Real Steel does a great job with their pocket clips, making them comfortable, making them user-friendly, and often they are ambidextrous. This is going to carry nice and deep. You might see a little tiny bit of that butt end poking out there, but not a whole lot there poking out. Good retention on the pocket clip. And there's nothing crazy going on here except for the fact that these are really well done. There's nothing lazy done here with these knives. It's not like it is just another knife, but it's not just another garbagey kind of throw out there type of knife. I think, these are really well built, nice snappy action. We'll check the edge here in a moment, but 99% of the time when you get a real steel out of the box, it's going to have a great edge on it. And we'll check that right now, see how that 12C27 is. Very nice. Just screaming sharp. Screaming Willie beaming. And the other one was the same way. We have pretty much identical blade shapes there. Yeah, they're pretty much identical. The only difference is going to be you have that front flipper there on that iris, and this iris you have the rear flipper. So, and this is, if you haven't seen that unboxing, if I'm doing this one is already up for sure. But if you haven't seen this one, it is really well done. Nice and snappy for the detent. If you're someone who's just learning front flippers or you like front flippers, this is a well-designed front flipper here, especially combined with the roundness of this handle. You can just really get on that front flipper. You're not going to land on anything. You don't have nothing sharp that you're going to run into. Very, very user-friendly for that front flipper. And the rear flipper is going to be the same way, just a standard rear flipper that is tuned very well. And we took that last one apart and looked at that mechanism there. That is what is holding your detent ball. And we also were trying to decipher if that gave any added lock strength as well. Bolting on that extra piece of metal there. It could possibly add in a little bit, but not sure on that. But we do know the scale is hollowed out there to receive that tab, which is a really, really interesting thing. They were able to keep this extremely thin and design this in such a way that it maintains an extremely thin profile, but still has incredibly snappy action and good solid lockup. We'll go ahead and get the whacker out here. We're not going to go too crazy because this is just going to be a very casual cutter, cutting tape and cutting envelopes open, cutting your apple up. But they are going to be very, very solid. And just a quick one for the front flipper. Very good. I mean, Real Steel, they do a phenomenal job. There you go. Those are the two irises there. I will have a link down in the description that'll take you over to Real Steel's website where you can find these and a ton of other good knives that they just dropped. And they also, just revamped a bunch of old knives with new materials. Definitely worth heading over there if you find anything you want to pick up. I do have a coupon code for Real Steel, and that is all linked down in the description, and that does help out the channel. So if you like what we do here and want to support, that is a huge way to do so. I will throw a couple of videos up here. Go check one of them out for me. Have yourself an awesome day. Thank you all again for watching. I will catch you on the next one.